show. We're on air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Well, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel. It's Bridgeman and Fox. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, Ox. Evening, Bridge.
Can I say a big good evening to you guys? And of course, season's greetings. Merry Christmas to everyone. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, everybody, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Oh, listen, Bridge, I know it's Merry Christmas to you two boys, but I'm worried about that JFK and Rudy Byrne, mate. I'm worried about them.
I would be worried as well if I were you.
Well,
absolute shockers.
You know, but one of them will overdate the drink and one of them overdating the food. Do you know what I mean? I'm worried about them.
Lovely guys.
Anyway, Mr. Bridgeman, Merry Christmas to you, and a Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Fox.
Thank you very much, and the same back, mate.
Did you get my presents I sent you?
Yes.
No.
Fox is lying. He got it.
Oh, all right, okay. As long as he's got it, that's all it counts. Because I know the post's a bit dodgy this time of the year, but I'm sure you'll get your money's worth out at Fox.
I will when I get it, mate. I will.
It's been held back at the post office.
Give me a clue. Give me a clue where it is, then I'll tell you whether I'll get any use out or no.
It's a new dynamo for your bike.
All right, that's fair enough. That throws some light in the subject.
Aye. We'll talk about yesterday. We'll hear for the press conference. We'll bring in some callers and we'll see what it takes us. How's that sound, Bruce? Does that sound like a plan?
Absolutely brilliant, pal. Get in there.
Aye. Fox?
Sounds kind of chaotic, just like a Friday night should be.
Here, mate. Here. I watched that game yesterday and at times we played some nice stuff. I thought the boy Alec Bruce marshalled their defence like a experienced pro that he is, Bridgeman.
Yeah, he's a good player. Smashing young player. He played Premier League down in England for a wee while.
Aye.
1 or 2 seasons on there. But obviously, I think he's 34, 35, something like that. I might be wrong there, but I think he is. But you could see he's man after his dad, isn't he? You know, he was Big Bruce was really good with Man United, marshalling the defence and that. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it wasn't too long in putting the boot in if he needed to as well. He wasn't stupid. Aye, absolutely, wasn't stupid, you know. But I think there was points during that game they came out and played really good football against us, but only for very short periods. Most of the time, Rangers were miles ahead of them, miles ahead.
It's just about getting that first goal, Fox, and then you see a change in the game and we get more space. But obviously, we got the winner, and ultimately, it's a Bridgeman result. That's all that counts.
Result was all that mattered to set us up with 1 game left of this current year. So, very happy with the result. Very disappointed in Kilmarnock, mate. I know they came with their tactics of trying to get a point, maybe hitting us on the break, but that was a very sad watch, mate.
Are you meaning from a very poor team perspective?
No. They played to their tactics of 10 men behind the ball. Yeah. I suppose it's a compliment to us that they fear us that much. But even under Clark, they played a wee bit of football. I wouldn't give them any congratulations on how they played at all, Bridge. I didn't think any of them
were absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. The poorest, I would suggest one of the poorest football teams I've seen at coming through. You know, when they broke out and they got the ball and a wee bit interplay between them, but only lasted seconds, you know. And they had 3 shots at goal or 2 shots at goal, and that was it. Other than that, it was all Rangers. It was just all Rangers. And I think sorry?
Ultimately, they've walked away with nothing. So what have they achieved then, Bridge?
Kilmarnock, absolutely nothing other than a dreadful reputation. Dreadful reputation.
You know, but then I suppose that their fans are happy if they draw with us at Ibrox, and then that makes a season, Fox, eh?
Well, that's it. I personally couldn't sit and watch that if I was a supporter of Kilmarnock. And I know the boy's only a stand-in manager. What's his name? Dyer, Alec Dyer, I think he was. But the tactics were straight out of the previous manager, mate. Only he had a bit of flair when they played. I mean, to keep Chris Burke, who's a dangerous player, and Eamon Brophy on the bench and put more or less Lee Miller up front and 10 defenders was absolutely criminal.
I get your point, mate. It wasn't a great watch. At times we done all right. We hit the Barisic and Tav get their crosses blocked a lot. There was a lot of good defending, Fox. Whether we like it or no, I know it's not a good watch, but it was wave after attack. I think sometimes that we're going to, if we run up against this more often, we're going to have more fluency and more shape, mate, because there was still some times where Barisic had the ball, Tav had the ball. If the forward came out and passed it to him, with nobody in the box. When we're moving works, it's excellent, and we get through and we get a goal and teams are open, it's fine. But yesterday, sometimes when you know that they're not going to move, because they might as well just give us the ball back and told it was like defence against attack, Bridge.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like, truth be told. And you know, it wasn't until, I must say this, until Morelos came on and you could see them starting to change. Excuse me, and the way they were working in defence. Because any time any of our players got the ball in the box, there was three of them. And they were throwing themselves in front of the ball, throwing themselves on top of the man. They were doing everything in the book, every trick in the book, in order to obviously to stop us from scoring. Not that I blame them, but when Morelos came on, he wasn't going to do anything like that. He wasn't going to try and be itsy bitsy with the ball. He was going to have a go. So he put the ball at his feet and he had 2 shots last night and scored 1 goal. That is just fantastic stuff. So as soon as he came on, they changed and they didn't know what they were going to do then, because they couldn't do what they were doing with other men. They just couldn't do it. They took Kent out of the game 3 times. Actually took him out of the game 3 times last night. Shocking stuff. But fortunately, folks in Oxford, fortunately, no injuries apparently. No injuries for any of us.
No, and we got the winner. It was a nice goal, Fox. Lovely goal, nice move. Jack and Aribo, and then a good finish by Alfredo.
Aribo spotted a very good pass inside the box, timed his pass to perfection. Alfie was onside and Alfie tucked it away. Delighted. I'm really pleased the way Aribo's playing up front, and he's ably backed up with Ryan Jack. I think they two have got a good partnership going forward. Some creativity for Ryan Jack, and Joe Aribo, he's just a flair player to me. He can create, a bit like Morelos, create out of nothing, and I think he's improving every game.
He's going to be some player for us, Foxy. He's going to be some player for us. I watched him once again last night, and we know he's all left foot. We know that. But my goodness gracious, can he play football? Wow. Tremendous stuff.
You like the guys that are all left-footed, didn't you?
Oh, you know what? I'm waiting to see how the winter thing goes, because as sure as shooting, we're going to look really good if we can get some balance up front on the left-hand side. And I don't think Kent's the answer for a far-out left wing. I don't think he's the answer. But, you know, Ariba might be. So when Jordan Jones comes in, they might put him out there, or they might put Jordan Jones on the right. And all these things can come in. And I think that boy's going to fit right into anything we want to do. I think he's a superb player. Really good last night. Really good. Did I know he get man of the match, Ox? Yeah.
He got man of the match for the sponsors and for Rangers TV.
Right.
I think what happened in the wide there is yesterday. They obviously set up deliberately, and they put pacey players out there to try and nullify us. And then when they had the block, they put a midfield player in, try and block it before it got to our forwards. And even Borna yesterday, some of his crossing was getting blocked, and it was frustrating. But we were trying to do the right things, but it wasn't just coming off. But and another day, if you get the goal in the first 10 minutes, it changes the whole game. But then it becomes attritional to watch. Like yesterday, it became. I know you must have been thinking, Fox, or here this mob are going to score in their first attack, yeah.
No, I didn't think that at all, mate. I didn't think they would pose a threat with the players that they had on the park. They did get one shot away late on, well, just after in the first half, sorry. And Alec McGregor comfortably saved that. And apart from that, no, I didn't think they were a threat whatsoever.
I thought they were through and could have had an equaliser. They had a smashing shot, and McGregor managed to grab it quite comfortably in the end. But if the boy had put it a wee bit further to the post, because he placed it right on the ground, and I thought McGregor did well to save it, and I'm happy. Other than that, you're right. I saw nothing from them. They were just, to me, I wouldn't pay to watch them anything. I wouldn't pay to watch any team, truth be told, other than the Rangers. But listen to the troops round about us. They were all really frustrated with our inability, because it keeps coming back, doesn't it? If somebody puts out 10 men across the back in defence, that's what they were doing last night at times. 10 men, and how are you going to get through that? Well, it's going to be a hell of a job for you to do it, But we still did it.
All right, there we got the result, and I'm sure people will join us. They'll give us their thoughts. But what I think we'll do is we'll have the press conference, Fox, for the day, which obviously starts building up to Sunday, and we might get some feedback on yesterday as well, if that's all right with you, Fox.
Okay,
all right with you, Fox?
Coming up, mate.
Get yourself from mute, lads.
Any bumps and bruises from yesterday?
No, I think everyone's fine. Obviously, we'll see how they all come through today and stuff, but not major that where anyone will be ruled out for the weekend. So we're in decent shape.
One last big push before the break. Obviously, that means we don't need to kind of overplay it. But do you feel confident your push can go in?
You want to overplay it though, don't you? Come on. Look, it's a huge fixture. Of course it is, and it's very difficult to play it down. Old Firm fever is always the same. Big build-up, a bit different, obviously, because we're all just play the game, and it's going to hit us pretty quick. So there's less time for all the talk and the opinions and stuff, because within 24 hours, it'll be on us. So we're ready. We're in good form. We're looking forward to it. Really tough game. We're aware, obviously, of Celtic's home record and the consistency from the start of the season till now. So big test. But we can't be going into this game in better shape ourselves, because we're really happy where we are right now.
Do you feel there are any psychological scars at all from the last time the teams met in the League Cup final?
Look, it's always not a nice place to be when you lose a cup final. I'm not going to talk to you and try and paint a different picture. But I think when you analyse what you put into the final and your performance levels, I couldn't ask for any more from the players. So I was very proud of their efforts on the day. And they went out and done exactly what we asked them to do, besides capitalise on our big moments that we created for ourselves. And the final was decided by big moments going against us. We have to live with that. We have to accept it. This is a different game, different competition. Obviously the same players that we're going to be playing against, which are good players, but we proved on the day that we're more than a match, and this is a game where the players should go in with belief and confidence. And as you say, it's the last game before the break. They've got nothing to save themselves for. Just go and empty the tank and see what we can take away from there.
Talk a lot about must-win games in football. Is this a must-not-lose game?
Well, I know you're looking for headlines and stuff to go and write about and splash so you get more viewers on Sunday. I appreciate that and understand it. But we're coming up to the halfway mark of the season. There's an awful lot of football to be played. We totally respect the importance of the game and the points available. But whatever the outcome, we won't be giving up or down in tools. We're going to push right till the very end.
Is there an extra determination for you, is it because of what happened in the League Cup final?
I think that's a question for the players. I never ever lack determination or hunger to win football matches. That's what I get out of bed for every morning. This is a game I'm very much looking forward to. I see it as a challenge, a tough challenge, but one that is possible. If we go and replicate the form we've been showing of late, certainly in the last Old Firm, I believe if you keep asking questions, you'll get your rewards.
You went into the winter break last year on the back of a victory in this fixture. Is that a reminder to the players of how good that felt going into that break?
Yeah, listen, I think if you're on the winning side of an Old Firm, obviously it feels really, really good and positive, and with there being a break, I'm sure it'd be a special feeling, but I don't really think last year's got anything to do with this year. It's a completely different fixture being away from home, and it is what it is. Just got to go and give it our best shot. Go and be brave. Play with character and belief, and I think we can get a result.
When you look at the League Cup final to this fixture, Hodgson and Edouard will almost certainly start for Celtic. Does that make a difference in your approach?
Not really. He's a good player. He's a player in form. He's a player that we're going to have to try and nullify, of course. But our approach won't change just because of one individual. If like he never played last time, there was still a good Celtic player available on the day. Of course, he come on and had an impact in the game. But if we're to get the right result, we're going to have to nullify a number of players, not just one individual.
Alfredo obviously has a disappointing day in the cup final, but he's responded so well in terms of his goal scoring since then. Do you have to do anything different with your preparation for him in terms of how you motivate him? Do you calm down or anything like that for this game? So?
No, I don't think so. I think the players will motivate themselves. If they've got anything about them, this is a place that should excite them. We won't do anything different because it's an Old Firm game. I thought his all-round performance in the cup final was really good. He created a lot of the chances out of nothing for himself. He's just got to go and try and do exactly the same thing, but try and take the big moments in the game. If he does, it'll give us a better chance of winning.
You seem a wee bit more, resolve in his character and his determination, the way that he's bounced back from that disappointing that perhaps in previous games.
I think that's an area of him, an area of his game you never have to really worry about. He's someone who is in love with playing football. He's someone who doesn't like missing 1 minute of training. He doesn't like being sub. He doesn't like coming off. He motivates himself every time he sees a ball. So I've got no doubt that he'll be hoping he's in the starting 11 and he'll be ready to face this challenge at the weekend. In terms of where he's at, he's in the best place he can be. I think his behaviour's massively improved. Again, when he came on yesterday, there was people trying to provoke him, and he just rolled on with it. He just focused on the football, which was brilliant.
That makes you show again in that sort of environment, though. For everyone. For everyone.
Both sets of players, it's going to be hostile. Emotions run high all the time in derby matches. The officials are going to be aware of that. They've got experience. So let's hope we're talking about the football rather than people losing the cool and sending offs and incidents like that. Let's hope we're talking about the football.
You mentioned the big moments when against you at the League Cup final. How can you as a manager make sure that they go for you this time?
Well, you hope that the officials get the decisions right, because sometimes big moments in games are more difficult to take than others. If you're outplayed or someone sticks one in the top corner or it's a fantastic piece of play, I'll be the first person to hold my hand up and say that's how we lost the football match. But sometimes when the big moments, referee decisions that are wildly wrong, it's difficult to take. So it's difficult for me to sit here and say we're going to make sure that the big decisions are going to go our way. The players have to go and make sure that happens, not me.
In terms of playing Celtic Park, you three with the squad and yourself are more experienced in handling a place like Celtic Park this time?
I think we have to be. It's a place where we have to go with good discipline. Yes, we want to be aggressive and be up for the derby match and really go and compete and show what we're made of and have some real steel about us. But at the right times, we've got to have bravery to play. I want players to really stand up there and show that we're a good team and that we're capable of getting a result there.
You've been to places like Warsaw and Feyenoord this season and talked about that sort of atmosphere. Are they comparable to Old Firm?
I suppose they are in many ways. A lot of noise. I think both Old Firm games have a fantastic atmosphere, but that's what it is. It's an atmosphere. Just embrace it and enjoy it. That's the games that, if you've got anything to buy and you want to be a top Rangers player, you've got to embrace playing at Celtic Park and really enjoy the atmosphere. It's a fantastic occasion to play football.
From what's it like facing Hudson Edward?
Yeah, he's a good player. I'm sure it'll be a good battle playing against him. It usually is, but as the gaffer said, they've got numerous players that can hurt us. Wide players, the midfielders, the 10s that can all hurt us. So if we're going to go there and defend well, then we need to look after more than Edward.
There's been a lot said about disappointment after the cup final, but can you guys use that as motivation? Is it, something to sort of set right?
I wouldn't say, well, yeah, we can use it motivation, but also we need to use it as a platform. Our performance on the day and our levels that we give, we showed everyone, our fans, ourselves, that the game's not a mismatch and we're just as good as them and we can outplay them at times. But we know that we're facing a good team and we have to perform to that level in every minute of the game to make sure that we come away with something.
It's frustrating, is it, when you dominate a game like you did at Hampden, but you don't get the rewards in it?
Yeah, it was horrible, especially in a cup final. Probably my worst day in football. Sometimes you think you'd rather come out of there and get battered and get outplayed and lose 3-4-0 than lose the way we did, because it was heartbreaking knowing that you controlled a whole game of football and obviously didn't get the rewards.
Is it giving you that belief that you can go toe-to-toe with Celtic and match them?
Yeah, we had the belief before that game. I think we've improved this season, but I feel like since I've been here that probably away at their place in the first game last year when we lost 1-0 was the only time that we haven't gone toe-to-toe with them, and since I've been here I think every game's been tight. Obviously we've won some and we've lost some, but I never feel like we've been completely outmatched or completely outplayed on a day that we've gone into an Old Firm.
What about the atmosphere when, at Hampden it's 50-50, I know you the majority of the fans obviously on your side, but you go to Celtic Park, you've got that sort of 800-900 fans there. Does that make a difference? Is it hard to get, to cope with that sort of wall of noise sort of crashing down on you?
Not really. We're all professional footballers. We've been in these atmospheres before, whether it's on a European stage or whether it be in an Old Firm away from home, but it can work in your favour at the same time. If we go there and start well and put the game in our favour and can quiet the crowd, all of a sudden we know what it's like at home. We lost at home early in the season and it gets nervy when you've got the majority of the fans on your back or demanding more. So we have to play on that and we have to use that in our advantage, and if we can obviously quieten the crowd early doors and start well, then I'm sure it'll work in our favour.
How important is that key pass though, starting the game early and sort of putting your marker down inside the first maybe 5-10 minutes of a derby like this?
Yeah, it's massive, especially away from home. Especially away from home, I think you don't want to give any encouragement. You want to start the game well, and that's what we'll look to do. I think we need to be brave on the ball, but also we need to be very good off the ball at the start of the game, and you don't want to give any encouragement. We want to obviously go there and play the game in their half to start the game, as we do in every away game, and hopefully if we can do that and get a good start, then it'll lead us into a good game.
In a derby of this nature, when you play away from home, do you feel less pressure because there isn't the 40, 50,000 people stand behind you, or is it more pressure?
It's the same home or away. It's an Old Firm game. We know what people expect of us and what we expect of ourselves. There'll be massive motivation between ourselves before the game, but as a player you don't need that going into this game. You know what job you need to be doing, you know what pressure's on you from both inside in our change room and from the outside. So whether you're home or away, the demands of this football club is to get 3 points, and that's what we go there aiming to do.
Do we have a question? Yeah, from Croatia.
Hello, Saša Lugonić, Nova TV Croatia. Mr. Gerard, I'd like to ask you about Borna Barišić. He's playing very good season. He also became a very important player for the national team. Are you satisfied with his progress, and how do you see his future?
Yeah, very satisfied. I think he's been a lot more consistent this season. I think he's shown everyone the reason why he is the number one left back for Croatia. I think he was a player that we always knew had the talent and the ability. It was about him putting it together on a regular basis. I think he had settling in issues, and it took him time to win the dressing room over and the supporters over, but at the moment he's in a fantastic place.
About Nikola Katic, the other Croatian player, you said recently that he has to be more patient, even to study Van Dijk's game to improve his own, but that you see him as a great prospect who could become top player.
I think he's got huge potential. I think he's a fantastic professional. He's a kid who's obsessed with learning and improving and getting better. He's still very young as a centre-back, so he's got many, many years to grow and improve. Normally, centre-backs don't peak till maybe 25, 26 years of age. So the future's very exciting for Nico. We're happy that he's back in the team and he's playing well. And he's one that I predict can get better and better.
And my final question about phenomenon of Old Firm. Could you compare Old Firm derby, for example, with a Man United against Liverpool match in terms of passion and rivalry?
Yeah, I suppose it has many similarities, but it's not necessarily a derby match. Liverpool v Manchester, I think the rivalry becomes from success, the two most successful teams in England. So that's another similarity to up here in the Old Firm. I think the Liverpool v Everton derby match is more similar in terms of the bitterness and the hatred and the bragging rights in the local community. But Manchester's 1 hour, 40 minutes away, 1 hour away. And obviously Manchester United are not at the top of the table anymore, so there's another difference for you.
Well, welcome back, Fox. Bridge?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, but
We've came a long way. People from Croatia coming to my press conferences, Fox.
Well, it's good to see the interest in the players' home country and seeing how they're playing, getting it from a manager straight. And I think he was very good at summing up the two players in question. Barisic did have difficulty settling in, but he's overcame that and is now a steady number one choice for left back and playing very well. Katic into the team through injury to Hollander. And he is young and still learning, but he'll be solid enough for his Sunday, I would expect.
Yeah. Well, if people want to join us, give us their thoughts on what's happened in the last, obviously what's happened yesterday and what's going to happen in a couple of days. What's the number, Bridge?
the number's 0141 356 1972.
Phone in, hang up, and the technical team, led by Technical Terry, will contact you straight back. Where else can you join us, Fox?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, where we'll bring you straight into the call.
Yep. All right, we've been joined by our first caller this evening. It's the one and only GFK.
Evening, guys. Merry Christmas to you all.
Hi, Jimmy. Merry Christmas to you, too, pal.
I'm good, guys. Thanks very much. Before I talk about the gaffer and the game yesterday, can I have a bit of a shout out for something? I was scanning different things for the game the night, and I came across this for a lady called Rabina Clark. She's 70 years of age, and she fell coming back from the game last night on the Copeland Road, and she's got suspected broken arm. She's in the Queen Elizabeth University Hospital. Rabina, I know some of you out there listen, so hope everything goes well. She's a long-standing blue nose, a bearette. So take care, Rabina. I hope everything goes well for you, sweetheart. Coming back for the game last night, she fell down a pothole on Copeland Road outside the stadium and fell and broke her arm. So best wishes to her. Anyway, guys, great to be back after the wee sabbatical we had there with no show yesterday. My thoughts on the game yesterday, I think within 5 minutes we realised what Kilmarnock were up to. We noticed right away that they didn't put any width in their team. They condensed it. They let Barisic and Tavernier run up and down, try and get the ball into Jermaine, who must have been frustrated as anything, try to get balls off of that were coming in for the wide men. What a poor team Kilmarnock are, guys. You know, do you know the people I've been sitting being probably Bridge, and we never got a chance to talk much to Bridge because we were crushed up in the subway on the way back for the game, but I just think the goal we scored was more a relief than anything else, because Kilmarnock, as I said, are a very, very poor team the way they set themselves out. And I listened to what Fox is saying. You know, some of the players they had on the bench would have maybe enhanced the game a bit, but they decided to keep them on. Burke and Brophy, they brought them on to maybe try and do something the last half hour. But if that's the way Kilmarnock want to entertain people, then no wonder they can't fill their stadium.
Well said, Jimmy. That's a good point, mate.
I'm really pleased with the result. As I say, I met my good friend Bridge on the way back, and I'm shouting. Everybody must have thought we were a couple of maddies because I'm shouting, "Bridge, we done a bridge here." He was laughing. It was good, 1-0. I'll take 1-0 every game at the end of the season, guys, as long as we win it.
It's the kind of performances you look back at every day, springboard and going and win the league, JFK, because they're the ones you remember. You don't necessarily remember the 5-0 wins.
Aye, because I think Kilmarnock last season, Oxshire mugged us a few times. They were, if you believe in a bogey team, which I don't, but I think a few games last season they mugged us. And some of the games so far this season we've played poor, and we've got a good result, and that's what really matters. So that I've seen it my big boy Graham and that, and some people might not agree with us, especially in the lobby and that. But I thought yesterday's game was more important than coming out to Sunday's game. And the reason I'm saying that is that...
Some respects, they're both 3 points, mate. Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yesterday's had to be a win, because if we didn't win yesterday, then it puts Sunday's game into a different level. And too many people, I thought, yesterday were looking... And I know it's exciting because we've all got the butterflies in the belly already, looking forward to the game against the Puddle Drinkers. But first and foremost, we had to get the 3 points yesterday, and I'm over the moon with the 1-0. I'm happy with that.
All right, we've also been joined by Rudy Bear.
Evening, Oxshire. Evening, Jimmy.
Rudy. Many happy returns to yourself and your good lady.
Cheers, mate. Merry Christmas to you all, guys. I hope you had a lovely...
Did you share that present with her I gave you?
Oh, no.
No,
you didn't buy him one.
I'm saving that, Oxshire. I'm saving it.
All right, okay.
That's going to be a surprise.
I bet you will.
I thought yesterday, just touching on the game yesterday, Oxshire, I think I kind of expected it to be a bit stuffy, in all honesty. Jungle Drums, Scottish Football Jungle Drums was letting us know that Alessio had got the heave-ho because he was wanting them to play a different style of football to what they were used to playing. And you saw exactly yesterday what Kilmarnock are all about, did everything they could to spoil the game, in my opinion, yesterday, with the time waste and the petty fouls and all the usual stuff you get for Kilmarnock, and that's how they play, and that's, we expect that of them now. I thought we played really well. Yeah, not really well, fairly well in the game. I think we were persistent, Ox. We kept trying to try things out and see, try to find a way through them. Jermaine Defoe didn't have much luck, but then, you've got to look at what he was up against. He's up against a packed penalty box, no space in it for the wee man to do his business, and but thank God we had Alfredo to come on off the bench. But like Jimmy's just said, and I'll take that on the way to the end of the season. Mm-hmm. The fact that we got the win, Ox, is all that matters right now. Because I said the other night, if it comes to that we've got to treat this game the same way in the run up to the Kilmarnock game. I say we had to treat that game the exact same way. We're going to treat them on Sunday. We go out there to get the 3 points. Had we dropped any points yesterday, there's no telling what we'd be feeling like going into that game on Sunday. It's like we've got to win this or the league's out. We'd be getting all that stuff. So we got the 3 points, and you're talking about a team, as Jimmy just mentioned, that we dropped points to last season, Ox. And so far, we haven't. So these are games that we might have struggled to get the 3 points in last season, and we're getting them now this season, So I'm happy with that, Ox.
I think you're right. If I've got one big complaint, I'll go to Fox and then we'll go round the panel with it. One of the big complaints yesterday was I don't think we shot enough. Fox?
Well, it's all right saying shoot, but how do you shoot through a mass of bodies in front of you, mate? What we try to do is what we do in training, short, neat 1-2s, trying to get into the box. And there was just too many bodies in there. It was a struggle for us to find an opening. And it took to Alfie come on, and as I said earlier on, a nice bit of work with Joe Aribo to find him in the perfect position to get us the goal that won the game. But apart from that, we played pretty decent.
At times.
We kept prodding away at them all the full game, mate. We didn't run out of ideas. We kept trying to move it across the park, back and forward to try and draw them out, but that wasn't happening. And eventually it ended up a good 1-0 result for me.
I still think we've got to. There is times in the game where we can shoot Rudy Bear.
Aye, but I think Fox makes a great point there, Ox. You know, when you've got so many men in the box and they're in front of you, try to find a gap. You know, they did move the ball about a lot yesterday.
Aye, played some decent stuff, except that. And I didn't think we played badly. I think there's times when we've got to put our foot through it. And you might get a ricochet.
I think we go through I saw what you did there, Ox. I think we go through wee spells, you know, where the boys are having shots, you know, but it tends to be against the teams like Hibs, for instance, you know, that'll kind of open up a wee bit and try and play football against you, you know, and they don't seem so keen to have a go. I think, try to remember, Kamara had a go yesterday. He hit the woodwork, didn't he, you know? Ryan Kent had a couple of shots as well. Probably not as many as we'd like to see, Ox. So I do agree with you a bit, but I think it's a good point that Fox makes. It's harder to have a goal when you've got a wall of sort of Kilmarnock jerseys in front of you. You know, it's trying to make the space for yourself. But then on the other hand, you could also say we've got the talent in the team. So, you know, the talent in our team are the boys, you know, the talent that we've got, they should be able to find the space when required when they have it's time to have a shot, you know. And as you say, you get a ricochet, you know, if you get the opportunity to have a go. I always believe you should be having a go for the edge of the 18-yard box, you know. How many times have we seen? Stephen Davis scored not that long back there with a shot, you know, a great shot it was too, but it took a wee nick and ended up in the back of the net. You know, you see it happening all the time. So I agree with you. We should definitely take the opportunity when it arises.
JFK.
Yeah. Yesterday, screaming like a banshee I was. I just think some of the shots that we had, I can agree with what Fox is saying to a point, but I just think some of the shots were trying to go for a Hollywood shot or try to go for a Baldy shot in the top corner. Just put it on the deck and try and get it through a ruck of players, and as you say, ricochet might happen. But I was disappointed, and I think that's something that we need to start looking at as having a shot. Too many times that we seem to play the nice fancy football, but it's just great to watch and it excites us all. But I'd like to see a couple of good digs, you know, and there's a good chance the ball could half or whatever's fit or earth or whatever and just go in the back of the net and take a chance. But I thought 3 or 4 times, a couple of shots, just try to put them in the top bag and that for me, just put it right through the lot of them, try to just blast it through. But the way Kilmarnock set themselves out, Ox here, it was really hard for the guys. You know, it was a hard fought 1-0 win. Team played well, and I just can't believe. You know, I never say that it's I just can't believe some of the congratulations that they're getting for playing the way they did. It's really sickening. It's really disgusting.
Everything that's wrong with Scottish football, Bridgman.
Of course it is.
What you said there's absolutely right. Everything that's wrong with Scottish football was on display last night. And everything that's good about Scottish football was also on display when we got the ball and we moved it. And we moved it among each other, and our short passing was excellent to see. And as I say, that team, I'm sorry, they could get the game stopped. They really could. They could just shut the shop up. Yeah, if that's given to you, if Rangers played like that, I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to see them. No in our league. Sorry, no in our league. I want to see them there. That was terrible. And I thought there was loads and loads of snidey fouls, you know, stupid ones, pulling the jerseys and then calling that wasn't me ref, you know, that nonsense. And the goalkeeper, time wasting for the goalkeeper. He puts the ball on one side, and you know how all the players go to one side, waiting the ball come, and he walks it to the other side. Come on. Just shocking. And apparently somebody said to me that the stats were something like 50-50. I'm sorry. I don't know what the stats
I'm
were.
not surprised at that, Bridge. The goalkeeper had the ball for about 5 minutes.
That's the only way they could have got stats to say that, is they must have had, the goalkeeper must have had a quarter of the time with the ball, and just shocking. But seriously, I thought it's a 1-0 victory, and I'm a 1-0 person in general. I said it's one of the best results of our season.
Come back to
Brilliant.
the question that was asked.
What's that?
The question that was in the panel.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've forgotten what it was, pal. I started shouting and bawling, sorry.
Shooting.
Oh, yes. Oh, I remember. There was many times that Kamara in particular gets himself into really, really good positions, and you're shouting, have a shot, bend it, get it around the players, because they're all diving out, and you can see 3 in a row, one behind the other, but at different levels. Obviously, training at it, and they're just diving, throwing their whole body, because nearly every shot that comes in is on the ground. Nearly every shot the Rangers have is on the ground, and that's the truth, and that's what was happening last night. And then when it was outside the box, these three same players would go there and block Ryan Kent continuously, just block him. That's what they did all night, and I think Ryan Kent did a tremendous job last night, considering what he was up against. Every time he got the ball, they were trying to whack him.
No space for him to play in.
No space, exactly. You're right.
No space. They were going 3-on-2 with him and Barisic, and it was frustrating. Okay, so if other people want to join us, these are thoughts on the manager's press conference, particularly as we move on. We start looking forward to Sunday. What's the number, Rudy?
0141356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We've brought in the call with Technical Terry. If you phone in, hang up, and the technical team will get right back to you. Is that right, JFK?
Yep, that's 100% right. Get on the phones and on Skype now. Do it
All
now.
right, so we park that 1-0 in the back pocket, Rudy. We move on.
Yep.
To coin a phrase, it's the biggest game of the season on Sunday, mate.
You've said that a lot this season, haven't we? But it's huge, Ox. I've got a really good feeling about Sunday, Ox, and I felt like this in the run up to the League Cup final against them as well, and we saw how that went. But that was just one of the games, 90 minutes. As the gaffer said in his interview, we controlled that game for 90 minutes, Ox. There's no way we should have come away from there as losers. On Sunday, it's a different experience, there's about 800, 900 Rangers fans there, they have the usual screaming hatred for the stands, but they just need to stand up and be Rangers players for the day, for that 90 minutes. Leave everything on the pitch, Ox. They've got a wee break coming up now after that game, end of the year, going into the winter break. And as Steven Gerrard says, leave everything on the pitch, don't come off the pitch and have any excuses. And I have absolutely no doubts we can compete with them, Ox. I've seen it now in the last 18 months. I've saw games where we have gave them a lesson over the 90 minutes and we should have come away with a 4 or a 5-0 win. I saw games where Steven Gerrard's admitted that he got it wrong. He got his team selection wrong and he got his tactics wrong. And I think they've now got them sussed. I think they know how to play against them. I think they know not to give them any space. And I think that's what we'll see on Sunday.
Did you turn that round, but and say they know how to play against us, mate? They stifle us and then try and hit us in the break.
But that's nothing unusual, though, Ox. I mean, almost everybody does that to us, That's you could say that, obviously, but like as I say, everybody knows that's how, 9 out of 10 games that we play in this league, that's what's going to happen to us. We just need to have the quality. We need our quality players to be confident in their ability, confident in their teammates, confident that they've got the beating of them, as they did in the League Cup final. The only thing we couldn't do, Steven Gerrard says, was put the ball in the back of the net that day. We could have come away with a 3-4-0 win easily that day. We dominated them so much. So hopefully they take that. But, and just another wee quick point, Ox, on Sunday, what they need to do is see the hurt that they felt and the hurt that we felt after that League Cup final. They need to parcel that up and take it with them on Sunday and remember that feeling. Remember how they felt. Remember how us as fans felt, and take it into that game and get a wee bit of payback for me.
All right, JFK.
I can't disagree with anything Rudy said there. You know, look, we all know how we feel. You know, and you hope that the players feel the same. But the gaffer's no daft. His presser again was fantastic. You know, he's got a fantastic knowledge of it, but obviously his knowledge of Rangers is growing and growing as the days and the weeks go. And that he knows what he's got today and Sunday, and he's got to. You know, he's a winner. And if he can instill that winning mentality in the players, and as Rudy says, if these guys aren't hurting after the League Cup final, which we don't want to dwell on, we played them off the park, but you know, possession gets you nothing. It's putting the ball in the pokey. So I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait for Sunday. I wish it was tomorrow. I'm just so looking forward to it. Anticipation is a big thing for me. How we're going to perform on the day, and hope that the gaffer picks the team that can get and do the job. So obviously we'll talk about that later on in the show, but I'm looking forward to it so much, Hawks here. You know what I mean? You have been going to see the Gers for a long time together and that, and way back in the day, and it's the greatest game in the world, isn't it? And Stevie G's.
It's only a good game when you win, mate.
It's only a good game when you win, correct? But building up to it is absolutely fantastic. We all know that. It's after it, I know. It's after it if you don't win it. It's not a good game. 100%.
Bridgeman.
Hello.
Oh, we've got a caller coming in. I'll take the caller first. Evening, caller.
How are you doing, guys? Hello.
Hello, who is it?
It's Ian.
Ian, how are we doing, mate? What's your point?
I can't wait to Sunday either.
Aye.
I agree with everybody that was just said there. In the cup final, we played them right after the park, and their goal was offside. In fact, 3 of them were offside. But on Sunday, I think we'll absolutely destroy them.
I can never get overly confident in this game, mate. I'd take a bridge if I'm honest, but I just want 3 points, mate.
Absolutely, the 3 points would be fantastic. And I'm sure Alfredo will break his duck against him.
Good point. Good point. I'll take that around the panel. Listen, Ian, we're starting to get calls coming in, mate. Hope you had a nice Christmas, buddy.
I did. I broke my ribs, mind you, but...
Right, okay. What was that laughing at? Did you listen to one of the old shows and laugh at my jokes?
Aye. Yours and Winston's.
Winston, aye.
It's sort of laugh, actually. Oh,
well said, Ian.
Sorry for
well said, Ian. Good man. Merry Christmas.
You too, guys.
Right. Speak to you soon, Ian, and I'll take that round the panel about Morelos, because I've got a point.
Aye, cheers, pal. Thanks.
Great point about Morelos, but we've also before I take that run, I'll take that run the panel, and then we'll be joined by George for UK. Morelos, got to Rudy first. If we hadn't get the victory, would the Stevie G get stuck with his team selection on Saturday? Thursday there?
I think so, Ox. I think Macy's, we picked the team, didn't we, for the Kelly game in it? I think almost to a man, apart from maybe, I can't mind who it was now, but almost to a man. We went with the team that played against Hibs on the Friday night, with the exception of Alfredo coming in place Jermaine. And have we had dropped points? I'm sure there would be many of us who would have said ran team selection once again. And Alfredo's proved that though. He's came off the bench. He's got the winning goal, 28 goals up to now. Hopefully he gets another 2 on Sunday. Hits his 30 mark. So I know fine well. I would have had a good gripe about it. I can't understand why you wouldn't start with Alfredo. I really don't.
All right. Mr. Fox?
I don't think he'd get stick. Jermaine Defoe scored in the game before. Alfredo was out because of suspension. And I thought the team played well against Hibs, and I think he was quite right to maintain it, the team that he played. But after 60 minutes, he was quick enough to decide that he needed somebody that can create their own chances, maybe more than an out-and-out finisher. And he swapped it round, brought Morelos in, and Morelos done the damage. So I don't think he'd get a lot of stick at all.
All right, JFK, what were the people saying on about you?
I think they got a hell of a lot of stick. I disagree with some of the guys' points here. I know it's easy to say now because we won the game. I would never have started with. I didn't, and I was quite disappointed. I think the way Kilmarnock set themselves out, guys, it wasn't a game for Jermaine Defoe, and that's no any disrespect to Jermaine Defoe. It was a game for Fred. Fred likes to mix it up, and they do as well with the boy power and that in the middle there in the defence. So. For me, I thought that was one of the errors that he made. And I know we won the game, and maybe I'm hard to please, but I think that it was a game set out and made for Alfredo, no for Jermaine Defoe. Two totally different players, we know. So, yeah, I would say that if we drew or get beat on Thursday, I think there would have been a lot of shouting and bawling. I think there would have been known here as well. So,
if you think about it, Jimmy, if we'd have dropped points against Kelly, can you imagine how we'd be feeling right now? Getting into this game.
That's what I'm saying, Rudy. Yeah. You know, in hindsight's a great thing. You know, I mean, I know, like, okay, we've won the game, and I'm really pleased we won the game. You know, and I thought the manager got his substitutions right, but I just think that you know, I for the life of me, I know what Fox is saying about, you know, the last game. No, Jermaine scored and we played well, but it's for that type of game against Kilmarnock is an Alfredo game for me. Yeah. The way they set themselves out. And,
all right, boys. We'll go to Bridge and then we'll bring George Freaky in. On you go, Bridge.
Actually, I think there's both those statements that we made by Fox and then Jimmy and Rudy. It's difficult to imagine it being any other way than Jermaine Defoe had a really good game, and it was due another start. That was in my thoughts. I wouldn't have any problem. I didn't know the team at the time to wake up to the bistro, and I thought when I heard that he was playing, I didn't have any problems, no qualms. The only thing I thought was, well, Morelos has got to come on in the second half, possibly at half time, because it will be tough, and it was tough as we proved. And you need a bulldozer to get through that defence last night. To be honest, a real bulldozer, and he got the bulldozer on, and he did it. But I didn't have any problem with Jermaine Defoe coming on. Mm-hmm. But I do take the point that if we had lost that game, then it's back down to possibly the manager. I don't know if you could say not favouring, but I think that maybe they might have said the manager made a bad decision in not playing Morelos for the start. Whereas, but the other way around is he's got the continuity going. If Jermaine Defoe plays well, scores goals, then he has to get another game. And I think he was playing. So
what happened if he would have scored the winner instead of Alfie yesterday? So he would have had to have started at Park Heath then.
Oh, that's a big chance. It's when you take these gambles. That's what it is. That's what it's all about when you're leading.
No, for me, I'll be honest with you. I think the manager.
Saying that it's very difficult, but the manager could end up with egg on his face. So that's what I'm saying, because that decision has still to be made. Is he going to play with Alfredo on Saturday? Then he's got to give him at least a half. Which was yesterday, and he did. He gave him 30 minutes. So
I think it was a big call by the manager, and I think ultimately it was a bit of luck at Coleman. Yeah, we got the goal, and this show would have been different.
Alfredo, can I just jump in there? I know Alfredo should have been on start the second half.
No, I don't think he should have been, mate. I think he should have started the game.
No. What I'm saying is he should have started the game. But what I'm saying is what we were all watching, Oxshire. Mm-hmm. I think we could all see that it wasn't working for Jermaine, unfortunately.
Jermaine Defoe scored a great goal on Friday night, but he didn't have a great game.
No, but what I'm saying is, 100% agree with you. Alfredo should have started, but I think that everybody was watching there on Thursday. I think that we were all.
By the way they were set up, Jimmy, I might necessarily not took Defoe off. I don't see why when somebody's playing with man up front.
Yeah, understand that, but it wasn't the type of game for Jermaine, and unfortunately we were on the same frame of mind. It was a game for Alfredo. He likes to mix it up, and that was good.
Let's go to George before we go to a tune. He's been sitting patiently there. Evening, George, boy.
All right. All right, Trips, how you going?
Well, I'm
Hope
all right,
you
mate.
had a lovely Christmas, New Year. Apart from
Merry
mine was
Christmas to you,
mine was like the iceberg hit the Titanic. Never mind that. But to be honest with you, after I watched the game yesterday, and that's just anti-football, that. Complete anti-football. I mean, just throwing men about and tapping, and honestly, even the tackles were awful tackles, by the way. And I was gagging for Morelos to come on. Soon he come on, I was over the moon. What was it, 2 or 3 minutes? He put it in the pokey, I was like, on you go!
I think it was on for about 4 minutes, I think. I read.
Aye! And she's touch off the ball and all. His touch is built with the ball and all. And he's a great player, honest to God. He's a fantastic player. Pure quality.
Different type of player completely for Jermaine Defoe, Rudy.
Aye, it's right what you're saying. Bridgman hit the nail on the head for New York's. That kind of defence, you know, the way they were playing, you need a battering ram in there. That's what Alfredo is. Jermaine Defoe's doing that. He needs space to run into, you know. He'll lob the ball out of defenders and Jermaine will run onto them and slap them into the back of the net. Jermaine Defoe's a fantastic professional. He's a fantastic goal scorer. But Jimmy was right and all. That wasn't his game yesterday. We needed Alfredo to come on there and sort of rustle up a wee bit, you know. They were creating chances. You know, there was chances created. Maybe not as many as we'd have liked to have seen, but there was chances created. But as you say, Alfredo was on it. What was it? 5 minutes on the park, and the boys in the back of the net. Lovely pass for Ryan Jack to Aribo, and Joe Aribo just slips the ball lovely across to Alfredo. One touch, bang, balls in the back of the net. Just exactly what we needed at that point in the game. Aye, perfect, man.
And you come, George?
I thought, no, the same as you were saying as well, I thought we played fantastic football. I think we've been playing fantastic football for a good while now. The passing, that's just pure excellent, know what I mean? And I was the same and all. I was like to myself, just shoot. I can come off a player and keep my goals the opposite way. It's a goal. Know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, know what I mean? What can you do against defences like that, man? It's not, they're not the only team that does that. Every team does that against us, doesn't they? But I'll tell you something. I'm up for Sunday. I'm going to do them. I just know it. I think Morelos is going to break his dock. I just feel it. I just can feel it coming.
In your water?
Aye, in the water.
You get tablets for that, I hope he's right. I hope George is right. George, who's Sean for you on Sunday? Who's Sean for you on Sunday? Thursday?
Aribo. I thought Aribo was absolutely outstanding.
I think that was a general consensus on the show that Aribo was a deserved man of the match.
Jack was good as well. Don't get me wrong, Jack was good. I thought a lot of the players were actually outstanding. Barisic and all. I mean, he's not shrinking violet anymore, is he?
No, he is not. He's grown into the jersey.
And I totally agree with him, mate. That's not the type of game for Defoe. People flying boots about and all the rest. He's a class player, know what I'm talking about. Doesn't need that, carry on.
Anyway, we've reached that time of the night. Get yourself the mute, and we're going to have a tune, George.
On you go. The bouncy.
Took a trip to Eyebrow, my favorite team for to cheer, where they were playing the Glasgow Celtic on the first day of the year. Now the ground was filled to capacity as the teams come out to play. The animals sang the soldiers' song, and the people sang Dolly Gray. Now half-time it came when the Glasgow Celtic were in the lead. Finian Tully was drowning everywhere, shaking his rosary beads, while the green flags they were flying high. Celtic hearts were full of pride. The second half, sure, it started, and the Rangers, they turned the tide. Won't you play up the Glasgow Rangers? Oh, play up the boys in blue. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. We're here to cheer for you. Now the ball goes out to Walker, and from 30 yards he did score. Sure you couldn't hear your ears at Ibrox Park, for the sash my father wore. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. Sammy Cox is on the ball. He slips it through to Willie Woodbarn. Then on through to Ian McCall. McCall to Billy Simpson. Oh, here come the boys in blue. Well, Simpson beats the Celtic centre half, and then goes number 2. Now the Rangers fans are roaring. Jardine Young, he takes a free onto the head of William Simpson. And then goes number 3. Well, it's 3-1 for the Rangers. That was the final score. A happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Fenians once more.
Quality.
Somebody know what how to go on mute, what do you think? I'll deal with
Join that bridge, man, weren't you?
I'll deal with X Factor. It's a no for me for a singer, GFK.
I'm going to give him the golden buzzer.
I'm going to give him a golden bullet if he does that again.
Who is it?
Let's just say, I'll give you a clue, right? It wasn't Fox, it wasn't me, it wasn't you, it wasn't Rudy, and it wasn't Bridge.
It must have been.
I'm not a grass.
Georgie boy. It was George Easko Bride, a shocker. Guilty, Charles. Great wee number.
It was a good number if we could hear it.
George, you put the record off.
Can I just
Run
get
away with the pitched tones that was coming through.
Can I just give a wee shout out to our very own Blue Star, who it was his birthday and Christmas Day.
Oh, is it a Christmas Day?
He's a Christmas babby, aye.
Near him at the end.
It was left on the step, mate.
Happy birthday, Blue Star.
Yeah, Blue Star. Happy birthday, pal. Belated happy birthday, son.
We've not seen Blue Star for a long time, have we?
No, not seen him for a while.
He was on last week, the week before, wasn't he?
I think he was
giving us a quick update.
His wee mammy and whatever it's going. If you're listening, Blue Star, take care, pal. Happy birthday.
After his mom, it's no hard. It's no easy being a carer, mate. If
no,
definitely
no. Yeah, definitely. I take my hat off to him. You know, so be happy birthday to you, Blue Star. Take care, pal.
Right, so there's a few decisions to be made. Obviously, I think the back four, the goalkeeper, pretty much picked herself at the moment because of the Hollander situation. I don't think there's any of them under pressure. Then you move into the midfield and the forwards. I'm going to go to Fox. Is he putting an argument that Defoe should play?
No, I was not. I just think of the game maybe a wee bit different for other people. I think Jermaine Defoe was also in there knowing it would be tight in the box, mate. And as a poacher and finisher he is, maybe a ball breaking to him, he would have put it away. That was all.
Right, so the midfield, what's your midfield then?
I would need to be Stephen Davis, Kamara, and Jack, mate.
All right. I would go for Stephen Davis, Jack, and Arfield for me, mate. Kamara's a casualty for me.
Oh, I don't think people appreciate the work that Glenn Kamara does, mate. He breaks up play, hardly gives the ball away, and I think we're going to need him in the middle of the park on Sunday. I think he's underestimated.
100%.
Richmond?
I have to agree with Fox. That's the three I would play in the midfield. I think that Arfield, don't get me wrong, he's played quite well, but there's something about the energy that Glenn Kamara puts into the game. And I always think that he does very well against the Celtic. He's got a lovely touch with the way he can spin away from a man. And I hope most of the time he does it, I see him doing it, is against Scott Brown, which is just marvellous to watch. Just sell him the dummy and away he goes, you know. But there's no doubt about it. To me, that's our three most effective midfielders. Arfield, you could put out the right wing and have a fight with Aribo for the position, but I would go for Aribo there as well. I just don't see Arfield doing the amount of work that's required in a Rangers Celtic match. I just don't see it.
I would also have Scotty Arfield on the bench, mate. He covers two positions where he can cover the midfield and can cover if Aribo happens to get injured. And I think it's the right one out of the three midfielders to drop where he can cover two positions. And his work rate in a game and his experience, especially against them, would help, mate.
I agree with you, Fox. Davis, Jack and Kamara for me. Scotty Arfield on the bench, depending on how the game's gone. It's a good option to bring off the bench. Scotty Arfield, I'm sure he'd be absolutely itching to get on the park if he's not in the first 11, if he's sitting on the bench. Good option to have. But for me, I just think, like Bridgeman says there, I think their optimum defence for me right now is Davis, Jack and Kamara when they're all playing well. Kamara, I agree with you, Fox. You know, he's very underrated at times, Kamara. When you watch how he quietly just goes about the game, breaking play up, moving the ball on quickly when he gets the opportunity, I think Kamara's a fantastic young player. I really like him. He's my type of midfielder. He's got a bit of skill, he's got a bit of pace. He's always looking to make something happen. But he's a very intelligent player as well, Fox. So for me, it's going to be Davis, Jack and Kamara. That'd be my midfield three.
KFK.
Davis, Jack and Kamara. And I said to you the other night there, and I'm not saying people poo-pooed it, and I wanted to rest Kamara for Sunday. I wanted Stephen Davis to be on for Arfield. I would Jack, Kamara and Davis for me as the midfield. I think is the best midfield that we've got. Scotty Arfield, obviously I would like to see him on the bench. Obviously we'll come on to the up front players later on, but for me, Oxyart's Davis, Kamara and Jack in the middle, mate.
Can I come back on that just for a second, Oxy? I'm a great admirer of Kamara. I've said about it, but I do think he's got a big weakness, and it's not just his weakness; it's the team's weakness. Is when Kamara does march forward and gets himself into really good positions, he does have this tendency to try to overrun the ball, and I mean that in the nicest way. And sometimes he's left, he's put the ball wrong pass, wrong position, that kind of thing, and he loses possession of the ball, or he gives the ball away, let's say. And his position is so crucial in that midfield that when the ball comes up from the defence out towards us, there's a big hole, and Kamara should be in the middle of that hole, if you follow what I mean. And that leaves a big weakness for us. That's the only thing I've got to say bad or negative about Kamara. Other than that, I think he's a smashing purpose.
Are we all assuming then that Davis is fit and playing?
I would say
yes,
so, yeah.
Of course. That's a given, yeah, providing he's fit.
All right, George?
I'm exact same. Davis, Jack, Kamara. 100%. Aribo on, what you call him, Arfield on the bench. You will be getting, come on.
He'll be itching to get the patch off.
People want to join us and give their thoughts on that. What's the number, Rudy?
It's 0141 356 1972. And if you give us a wee call, put the phone down, and the technical team, Fox or Old School Blue, will get back to you.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. You were brought into the call by Technical Terry. Well, I just I think Kamara's playing well for us. It's no slight. I think Stephen Davis will pick Arfield, I really do, and I think you'll play him up against Brown again, hopefully to get the same response as we got the last couple of times when we played well against them. Which is supported by Jack and Trevor Stephen.
I wish I was. Wish it was.
Only
Stephen Davis.
Freudian.
Don't dare at his ox here.
Trevor Stephen didn't look so good in the Legends kit.
Who's field 3 then, Ox? Who are you going for?
I told you I'm going for Arfield, Jack and Davis.
Right, so you're having Arfield, Jack and Davis.
We've been joined by the Global Ambassador. Merry Christmas, Mr. Global Ambassador.
Merry Christmas, gentlemen. I hope you've all had a nice time. He's
Merry
got
Christmas,
everything he's
Big Al.
wanted.
You too, Al.
Oh, you're still alive? Rudy?
Just mate.
Just, man. I'm feeling a bit the same.
3
Sorry,
Christmas dinners he had, by the way. 3 Christmas dinners.
We went out for a dinner. No dishes, man. Excellent. No dishes whatsoever.
Good plan, Big Al. Good plan.
Oh, dynamite, especially the four savages, man. You want to see them eating? Anyway. I hope you all had a nice time. Sorry if a wee bit background noise. One of the trucks. The boys forget you need to put diesel in it. You know what I mean? So, what was I going to say? That you mentioned when I was listening earlier there about Ken. I was a wee bit disappointed with Ken. You seen how easy it was to kind of keep him at the game. He's a big money signing. He needs to learn a wee bit quicker. If he's in the tricky positions, he needs to work out some tactics and strategies to get out of the tricky positions, because you were £7 million, Mr. Kent. I'm wanting you scoring goals like you scored the other night there, so against the spoon burners, you know what I mean? So he never had much time to think with that goal. It was a wonderful goal, actually. I've seen it a couple of times. No time to think, bang. So he's got it there, but he's one of our big players, and he's one of the players we're going to count on. He played well in the big games last year, but that Kilmarnock game, that's the games I'm wanting to see him. It was kind of squeaky bum time, that Kilmarnock game for me. The manager could have been questioned on his decisions, but I think ultimately you can't question his decisions, because we won the game and he made a super sub, and El Buffalo comes back on, and I'm not going to say pull us out the proverbial, but to a certain extent he did. I thought a goal was maybe coming, actually. Just another thing, I did tell you at the beginning of the season, Kamara was going to be an outstanding player for us, so I think he must have been listening to that show. One of you can come in now if you want.
Only Kent thing I like, when he goes inside, sometimes he can get lost in the game.
Aye.
But he's obviously doing that because he's told to do it, mate.
Aye, but see that Ox. Sometimes when you're on the park, I never played football to a great level. Obviously, you were the way you go, and you must have played in Champions League football. So I'll take your opinion on this.
Sometimes.
Aye.
Played in a party. Played in a party cages, Al. You can't play there, you can't play anywhere.
I played with a champion T-shirt on. But what was I going to say? Sometimes you've got to grab the bull by the horns, and you've just got to use your initiative. If there's no working for you, why would you stick to it? I mean, surely the manager wouldn't have game around if he came off and says, well, it wasn't a work, manager. Oh, I know it wasn't one, but what you done to achieve X, Y, and Z was great. You know what I mean? The players when they're on the park have got to make decisions. The game doesn't flow the way it is on a tactics board, I don't think. So he used to use his own initiative. He's a player that we've brought in that's going to give us that wee bit of verve, isn't he? You know what I mean?
I think you'll see a more positive Ryan Kent on Sunday when there's space.
Aye, I know, but will the game space, that's what I'm kind of alluding to, will the game space, because if he is a dangerous player, you're not going to give him space, are you? Because he'll hurt you.
And you come, Fox.
I agree. I think it'll be a different kettle of fish on Sunday where he's got a bit of room. He also disappoints me in some of these games where its back's against the wall by the other side, that he sometimes hodges onto the ball too long for me, that sometimes a quick short pass would be better than running with the ball. I think he picks the wrong option quite a lot of times. But once he's got space in big games, in the European stage and a big game against them coming up, I think you'll see a different Ryan Kent. And they'll have a plan to stop him. Whether they'll be successful or no, we'll need to wait and see.
I thought that was the case on at Easter Road, Oxford. I thought he had space because they came out and tried to play football against us.
Well, everybody had space at Easter Road. Bridge, and you come, Bridge?
Sorry.
Yeah, I think Ryan Jack's a fabulous player for us.
We're talking about Ryan Kent, mate.
Oh, sorry, Ryan Kent. I meant Ryan Kent, sorry. I think he's a fantastic player for us. I think that you can see, once it tightened up on him, there's 2 and 3 men coming out to charge at him. And one's high up, the other one's low down, the other one's on the ground. No matter what happened, they were going to take him. Simple as that. Or block even anything they tried to do. And these games will come, and there'll be plenty of them. Rangers need to play better. And our midfield need to put better balls up. They need to get around that and feed in properly. I think Ryan Kent's a fantastic player. Well worth the money, in my opinion. Well worth the money we spent, in my opinion.
All right, I'll go back to the global ambassador before I go to Albert, who's joined us. I'm with you, Al. I don't like him playing that inside role, and I also agree with Fox that when he is in there, when everybody runs past him, he's got to learn to make the right pass.
You see, I'm kind of in two minds here. I like him in the wing as well, right? But see, when he does come inside, a player like that should be far more dangerous. I think what you're saying is that right pass, but have a dig. He's had a few digs in the past couple of weeks. Like, start doing that more. Like, you know what I mean? You get your.
You think back to the goal he scored at Hamilton, mate.
Mate, I remember yesterday at this moment.
All right.
Well, I take it was a good goal because obviously it's stuck in your memory. I'm just trying to think. I'm sorry, it eludes me, but he is that player that we've kind of brought in. We've spent a bit of cash on him, and we're wanting him to produce. I think he will produce on Sunday because of what you're saying as well. He does seem to be. His form shows that he does seem to. He likes the big races. You know what I mean? But we also need him in the smaller races. We need him to pull up his bits a wee bit, work a wee bit harder. And I would just be telling him, look, if you do come inside, have a dig anywhere of that 18 yards, and you just have a pop son, like, you know what I mean? Right, I'll leave you, gentlemen. You have a nice evening, man. Oh, can we put the aircon on again? It's red hot.
All right.
All the best.
All right, cheers, big man.
All the best.
We've been joined by Albert. Evening, Albert.
How you doing, guys?
All right, good self.
All right, Paul.
I'm good. I'm good. Aye, thank Christ that Christmas is by. Anyway, moving going.
Merry Christmas to you, Albert. Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas, lads.
You got a jar of bugs.
Just that wee point in Kent there. What I think's wrong with the boy, he's trying too many tricks. No, I mean, sometimes you just get the ball and run. No, I mean, just run, son. You don't have to do the trick. Just run. And he's trying. I think what he's trying to do is show that he is a really, really good player. Well, I know he's a good player. I like the boy, but you ought to cut out. You do tricks to affect a game and to get yourself by a play. You just don't do tricks for the sake of doing tricks, and that's what he's doing. He's just doing tricks for the sake of doing tricks. That's my opinion. But I think Gerrard and the coaching staff will settle him down with that. They'll start showing him. Look, come on.
There's also an area in the park where you do tricks, mate.
Exactly, mate.
When everybody's run past you.
Aye, exactly. Aye. And if you lose the ball, they're right through you. They're right through and you're goal now. He'll learn that. But you can't doubt the boy's talent. The boy has got talent. There's no getting away from it. He is a good player, the boy, and he's going to be a really good player for Rangers. It's just a wee learning exercise at the moment, and I think he can learn it quite quickly, to be honest with you, know what I mean? But he needs to be told, stop doing tricks if you don't need to do tricks, and just turn and run with the ball. Sometimes that's very effective. And sometimes you need to do tricks. Do them when you need to do them, but don't do them all the time, you know what I mean? Just to talk about the Kilmarnock game and the Hibs game. I never spoke in for the Hibs game. The Hibs game, just a quick word. That was a cup final performance just with goals. That's what that was, mate. That was excellent. That was absolutely excellent. So we played like that in the cup final, but this time we scored the goals. You know what I mean? So as far as I'm concerned, that was it. Well, I want more of that. That was excellent. The Kilmarnock game, I mean, for a winning football, as I tell you, I've got to eat that up, winning football, but as a spectacle, that was tragic. That was absolutely tragic. And it's not to do with Rangers, absolutely nothing to do with Rangers. That's just, I mean, honest to God, man, they would Stoke football. I said to that guy next to me, I was swithering whether to come here today because I knew what they were going to do. Because Gerard's warning as well, they'll probably get back to what they normally do, and that's exactly what they've done, and that is tragic to watch. Tragic. They should just be booted out of Scottish football. Look at their park. They're no interested in Scottish football. Playing like that on a park the way they'll go to their home park, they're no interested in benefiting Scottish football or developing Scottish football. That's just garbage. And their club's garbage. Their pitch is garbage. Kick them out of the league. That's what, as far as I'm concerned. Just ban them. But anyway, on to Sunday's game. The Kilmarnock game, we still win the game 3-4-0, no bother, 3-4-0, no bother. The chances were there to win it 3, and all it took was the first half. It was Defoe, cut it back to Aribo, it's a tap in. Morelos in the second half, cut it back to Kent, it's a tap in for number 2. No, I mean you're saying, look, guys, you need to get smart. That's what Gerard's trying to tell them. On key positions and key moments, we're making the wrong decision. That's what he's talking about. Why he's trying... Morelos tries to walk around the keeper. Just cut the ball, square the ball. If Kent, he taps it in, and Defoe done it in the first half. He takes a shot. When he just knocks it to the right-hand side, you're only talking 4 or 5 feet. It's a tap-in for Big Aribo. But we're not doing that. That's what's up with us. We're not doing these simple things. And we're causing ourselves more trouble. Because I'm telling you, see if we start doing the smart things, no team's going to handle us. No team's even going to come close to handling us. But they will if we keep making these wrong decisions. And we're keeping making them. And some of the boys are no listening. And let's carry on about, we need to give Morelos 30 goals. He needs to beat score against Celtic. That's not garbage, guys. I don't care if Morelos scores and if he scores 30 goals.
Do you think if they score an own goal in the last minute and we win 1-0, we'll be worried about Morelos' record on Sunday? Exactly. But there's too much focus. I mean, I'm hearing the news and I'm listening to some of the Rangers fans, and you're going, these records mean nothing, absolutely nothing. If Davis gets his caps, if Morelos scores X amount, these mean nothing, these records. It's the end of the season. You look at the trophy cabinet, you go, we won this, that, and the next thing. Then you look back and go, oh, and by the way, we also got a goal scoring record. Davis got his record number of caps. It's at the end of the season, not during the season, because what it does is distract you what you're trying to achieve. And what we're trying to achieve is win the league. And you don't want any distractions of winning that league. So I don't care who scores the goals as long as we win the game. McGregor can go up and score the goals for all I care. I mean, as long as we win, I don't care. GFK, you go and take one of your tablets, sit down, get the brown paper bag out, and you come back on in a couple of minutes, all right?
Cheers, mate.
Right. GFK.
I'm here, mate.
What Albert said there, any comment?
See, we're talking about Kilmarnock earlier on, but I can let you talk about what big Alf, the global ambassador, said.
Aye, on you go, mate.
I think he was being very, very harsh on Ryan Kent. You know, sometimes a big guy comes on and he's quite critical. And everybody's point of view is valid and that, but I don't know where he's coming from. I thought against the Spoonburners, Ryan Kent had a fantastic game. And
did have a great game, but he didn't have a great game on Thursday.
No, but you need to, I mean, look, no everybody's going to perform 100% Oxy every game. I know we'd maybe expect that, but I just think the big guy's been a bit harsh on him, you know. Only all, but I mean, look, Kilmarnock's always going to come and play that way against Rangers, Albert. That's what they do all the time. But we need to go and win these games, and winning at 1-0. We do the bridge every week, and I'm happy with that. But if we're going to be critical of our players, I mean, what's going to happen? I'm going to say that if we start getting beat. I shouldn't be saying that. But why are we being so critical of players? I mean, Ryan Kent for me is a mainstay of the team, And when we come on to the front three, I'm going to throw a wee curveball for my front three. And but Ryan Kent, I think, is a fantastic player. I mean, I'll say that he's got to live up to his £7 million price tag, but I think he is. I think the game against the Spoonburners was a great game. He never had a fantastic game yesterday, but he performed well enough for me. So I think the big man's going to be a bit critical on that part.
On yesterday's performance, I thought it was pretty fair. Rudy Bear?
Aye, I mean, I like Ryan Kent. I love him to bits, honestly. I just think I agree with Al, though. We've got to get a bit more out of him, though, Jimmy. That's the only thing. I think it was what you were saying earlier on about Jermaine Defoe not being his type of game yesterday. I think you could say the same about Ryan Kent yesterday as well, couldn't you? It's not his, You're sticking 10 men in the box, and it's harder for him to work. Plus the fact when he gets on the ball, he's got 2 or 3 players around about him because they know how dangerous he can be. He was fantastic at Easter Road, he really was. But as we touched on, he had space to work in. Everybody had space to work in because, in fairness to Hibs, they actually came out and tried to play football against us, We battered them for it. But the more we do that, the more teams are going to look at us, especially the likes of Kelly. They're going to look at us and go, there's no way we're going to try and play football against them because we can't do it. There's no way they'll just batter us stupid if we do that. And that's what happened to him yesterday. He's got to have the occasional quiet game. But for the very first minute I saw that boy, Jimmy, I liked him. I just think he's a fantastic young player. I think he'll get better as time goes on, longer his ways, he'll just get better and better. He's still a young player. So he'll just get better as time goes on. I think you've got to look. See when he's no stepping up to the plate, Joe Aribo is. You can't.
Right, we've been joined by George Logan. Evening, George.
How's
Merry
all doing,
Christmas
boys?
to you,
All
mate.
right?
Merry Christmas, mate.
Merry Christmas to all you boys. How are you doing? All right?
All right, mate. You're good self. You've got the battle fever.
I really have one more sleep to go. That's the way it is. Ken, that's just the way it is with me. But I like what Albert says there.
2 more sleeps and 4 naps for Bridge.
But I like what Albert said there. That's what I want. I love coming on here on a Monday, or hearing news on here on a Monday and a Tuesday, and or midweek games after Thursday, and the guys all the praise. Steven Gerrard, Steve Davis, all these guys are getting all the praise. We Morelos, we're all giving them all the praise. It means absolutely nothing in the New Oaks. For me, it means absolutely nothing. We've got to start winning big games that mean a lot. We played them off the park in that cup final and came away feeling sorry for ourselves. If we're a bit honest about it, we need to go there on Sunday. We can beat them now. We can play them off the park now. We have got better players in the middle of the park and up front and at the back, better goalkeeper than them now. So we now know that we can do it. It's not like 2 and 3 and 4 years ago where we were going to there and they were coming to us and we were maybe fearing it slightly and you didn't know how it was going to be. We now know we've got a better team than we can be a better team than them on the day. We just need to put the ball in the back of the pocket. Alfie hasn't done it against them yet, Ox. That's not going to be forever. He's got to do it eventually. So why not make it Sunday? If we want to win their 55 this year, we're going to have to win games like that at the Pedo Dome. So let's start it on Sunday for me. I think we can really do it on Sunday. Alfie to get the winner. And for our midfield 3 is crucial on Sunday.
Who is your midfield 3, George? Who's yours?
Well, my midfield 3 for me have been all season. I've been slaughtering Scott Arfield because I didn't think he's been up to a lot of big games, Ox. But for me, he'll play on Sunday. For Steve Davis, Scott Arfield, and Jack would be my 3 on Sunday. And I kind of feel sorry for the boys that's missing out.
What can I take that same question to Albert? Then I'll come back to you, George. Albert, your midfield. I see you've had the paper bag. You've calmed down.
It's Davis, Kamara, Jack. My front 3 is Arfield, Morelos, and Kent.
They plays for a Aribo.
No, at the beginning of the game, mate. Definitely bringing them on later on, but not at the beginning of the game, no.
Right, okay. All right, okay. Good to know that George has got a bit of sense. George, carry on, mate.
No, the reason I say that, Ox, I wouldn't normally go with that, but the reason I say that is I think you've got to win that, overpower them, give them something to think about, and I know they're going into these games something to think about. Scott Arfield, he can maybe play 4 or 5 poor games for us, and then come up against them and he plays in a big game and does quite well for us. So that's the reason I would go with that. It was good to see Stephen Davis getting his minutes the other day there coming on the park as well. So for me, 100%, I think we can really do this on Sunday. And if we do this on Sunday, after the performance in the cup final, getting nothing out of it, I think it'll be a massive step for us to go there and be able to get points at last. I think they were saying it's 12 games or whatever amount of games it is. We've no won there since 2010 or something like that. So for me, going there on Sunday, getting the 3 points, winning the game, and that will set us up for getting the 55 at the end of the season. I really believe that.
I hope you're right, George. George VK, and you come, mate.
I totally agree with George. It's amazing how us Georges are like-minded, you know what I mean? 6 kings there, naming up. Apart from the third one, he was a bit normal as a 9 bob note, but never mind that. But I agree totally what he said, 100%. And Albert, to a certain extent as well.
Just to let you know that the New Year's honours are out. Bridgeman made it this year, mate. You go to that order of Berlin, you swing.
Great mate. Great
He's away practicing his speech.
No, I'm laughing at you. That's very good. That was a good one.
Albert gave us his front three. He's changed it. He's dropped Aribo. What's your thinking, Bridge?
No, I'd keep Aribo on. I think he's playing very well out on the right. He might have found a wee spot for himself that he can fight for. And he's been involved in 2 or 3 goals over the last couple of games. And I think he's a superb player for us. He gives a lot more than people realise. I think smashing young player. And I hope he's playing inside. I mean, obviously it's up to the manager, but I think he should play. And of course, so with the Morelos in front and Ryan Kent in the left.
Foxy boy.
Front 3 would be Kent, Morelos, Naribo, mate.
JFK, he said he'd a curveball.
Fred up front. Now, Ryan Kent started off at Liverpool as a right winger, but he has played in both. I'd put Ryan Kent out on the right, and I'd bring Jordan Jones in on the left.
Right, that's it. You are going to HR, and you're getting the complete check.
Well, I'm telling you, the gaffer usually throws a wee curveball against the puddle drinkers. No, I've had 2 bottles of beer. You can just tell a guy for HR, I'm not bringing a union man this time. I'm going to kick him as he has.
He's not kicked a ball for 4 months, mate. He's not going to start.
The gaffer's a lot of nice things to say about his press and that, and I think the gaffer's is quite thingy to a curveball. So if he doesn't play this week, come the start of after the winter break, that'd be my front 3 all the time. Kent on the right, Jones on the left, and Alfredo up the middle. But I'm hoping that happens on Sunday. Might no, but hey, that's what I want.
Anybody else been at the glue?
You see, I'll be reporting you to HR. I'll be speaking to Mr. Fox.
It was Fox.
Mediscreen for you, Jimmy.
Did you see Albert? I missed that.
It's Mediscreen for him.
What's your thinking? Honestly, JFK, I'm not taking the P. Jones hasn't kicked a ball since August.
It's Matt. Look, he's playing well in the training. Look,
you're basing that on.
I just think the gaffer throws a curveball in every now and again. He done it against the puddle drinkers when they beat us 2-0, and he played Jermaine Defoe, and nobody's ever thought. Right, so I'm just thinking a wee curveball. I know what you're saying, he's no played, but if he's playing in training and he's playing well, come on, who be to judge? It's no through drinking stupidity.
I never said it was through drink. I never criticise anybody for taking a drink.
No, but I just think that he's worth a go.
I can't even blame your schooling.
No, I had a good schooling, hammy. I was a hammy boy. I went and I sat 9 O-levels and I failed every one of them. And that's
A's you go for them all. Absent.
No, I'm not kidding aside. I would like to see Jones and Kent played.
How can you fail 9 O-levels?
Eh? We're no going.
Because they did this at 10.
When dogging in my day was school.
JFK was ahead of his time.
Oh dear. No, but all kidding aside, Ox, yeah, that's. I'm being serious. I would like to see him throw a wee curveball in there.
You would like to see that, or you think that's what it'll be?
Oh, I don't think that's what it'll be. That's what I'd like to see.
Would you think?
I think you'll probably play a Rebo, Kent, and Alfredo.
I think if it's me, and I might keep the front threes as it is, and you're telling two of them that they're only maybe guys everything you've got for 60, 70 minutes, and then Jones, hopefully we're still in the game, and you're bringing Jones on.
Well,
with
I'll
his
accept
pace.
that. If HR will accept that, I'll go with that then.
All right. Rudy Bear.
I like the idea of Jimmy's suggestion with Jordan Jones and Ryan Kent on the wings. I think that would be really exciting to watch. Both of them get pace and a bit of trickery. I think they would tell the fullbacks a new one, in all honesty, Ox. But no for Sunday, unfortunately. I think, like you say, it's going to be a Rebo, Kent and Alfredo for me. But I think Jordan Jones is a great option to have on the bench. 20 minutes to go if you're
His
looking.
pace, aye.
You bring him
I'll
on.
tell you another guy that's never let us down. Even though he came off at a real bad time of the game on Saturday, that boy Greg Stewart, everything he done right.
Smashing player. I've tell you, I said this to you 2 or 3 times now, Ox. The boy's got a football brain, and I don't think he gets the credit for that he deserves. He's a really intelligent player, Greg Stewart, and he hasn't done anything wrong. He's got
I would play him on Sunday, but I would.
No, I wouldn't. Nah, I think Aribo's playing really well just now. I don't see how you can't how you wouldn't put Aribo in the team.
Right.
He seems to have found his position on that right hand side. And Ryan Kent for me, simply because he's pace. Normally against them, he plays really well. I'd go with two, Aribo and Kent, and Alfredo up front, obviously.
George Logan.
That'd be my front three as well. Kent, Morelos and Aribo. I think Aribo's found his position there. I think he can be a bit of a dangerous player. I had my reservations about him a couple of times. I don't know if he was maybe up for certain games and things like that, but he's came right on a game. So I think he can be pretty dangerous. And if that was the front three that at the start of the season, you said you might have a front three, Morelos, Aribo and Ryan Kent, you'd be delighted with that. I think they'll be a bit, I'm not saying scared of that, but I think they'll have to think about how they're going to go about their game with the three coming towards them. I'm honestly really up for the game, Ox. I think we can really do it. Going to that cup final, like I say, we just came out of there depressed because we had all the play, we've done everything. You get a goalkeeper who has a game of his life, he'll never have a game like that again. We play like that on Sunday, and it's a 3 or 4 for as simple as that. So for me, the back four is the exact same, back five, sure I say the back is the exact same. The way I said the midfield and the forward line, and we're at a point now, I'm at a point now, it doesn't matter who they play in their team. Do they play that guy up front, the one in the midfield? It doesn't matter to me because I think we've got better players than them and a better team, and I think we can really win the game no matter who they're playing. So I'm really up for it, so I think we can really do it.
Yeah. George for UK.
I think same. Aribo, Kent, Morelos. I must admit, Jimmy has got a good point. Joe has a good curveball. I would agree near the end of the game. You know what I mean? When I think people are tired now, he's come on to a bit of damage.
I think you've got a point there. I think you've got to use 12, 13, 14 players all better. It's all part of modern football.
Oh, that's it, mate. But I think the curveball is not going to start the game, but I think the curveball is going to influence the game. It's Stewart. I think he's going to influence this game. I really do. Some part of the game. He'll not start. I'm not saying he'll start, but he'll come on. I bet you any money he comes on, and if he doesn't score, he'll set a couple up.
I don't know where you sit, Albert, but not once did he get pushed off the ball. He held it upright. He get ready at the right time. He's a clever player. He's been unlucky not to get more minutes, in my opinion.
He just knows what to do. I mean, I watched it in Boxing Day, and I'm up in the Govan stand, and I'm standing watching. I was watching Tavernier, and I was watching Big Aribo, and they were making basic mistakes. And when the game's that close, and you get into the last 5 minutes of a game, they don't give them a sniff. But we see as soon as Stewart come on, he just knows what to do. You know what I mean? You're like, there you are. That's what you do. If you're a football brain, that's what you do. You just take the sting out of them. You don't allow them nothing. Give them nothing. And that's all he did. And I'm going, it's simple football. but he's got a good football brain. I like the way the guy goes about his game. I like the way he looks at his game, and you just know, give him a chance for a through ball or a shot, and he'll take it on.
Yeah, I agree with
and
you.
He's got a bit of vision, hasn't he, Rudy? He's got a bit of vision.
He's a really intelligent player, and it's only kind of dawned on me, the last few chances, the last few times he's been brought on, probably since the Hearts game, really. Albert, see when he was before, and he was at Kelly and he was at Aberdeen and stuff like that. I knew he was a half decent player, but I didn't realise how intelligent a player he was. You see his movement on the park when he makes things happen round about the edge of that 18-yard box. He is a really good player, Albert. He is. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a wee shot at the weekend. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. If you're looking for a goal, he's a good option to bring off the bench because he'll work really well round about the edge of that 18-yard box,
As I said, as Jimmy said, as JFK said, that Gerrard does like to have a wee curveball, you know what I mean? And I can see that being a curveball. I know what he's saying about Jones, and if Jones had played their games up to now, I can see that happening. Yeah. But the fact that he's not kicked a ball, I can't even see Jones getting on the park at all, to be honest with
you. Yeah.
I can see him being on the bench, mate.
I may be on the bench, mate, but I don't see him getting on, unless it's an absolute emergency.
You can see him being on the bench. Maybe he's in front of Ojo now, and Ojo might go back to Liverpool. You don't know.
Roxy Bear's in front of Ojo.
That's shocking, by the way. Well said. You're off a bad.
Oh, I struggle to argue with that, George Logan.
Bear, you're a shocker.
Can I come in there, mate?
Aye, on you come, mate.
I mean, we're talking about three different types of players here. Jordan Jones, pace, a wee bit of trickery, can cross a ball, can score a goal. Greg Stewart, no get any pace, good dribbling skills, but for me doesn't do anything unexpected. Whereas you've got a Rebo, who's for me is an instinctive player, always capable of doing something different. He's got good vision, good passer inside the box, strong in the ball, and I think he just tips the scales for me.
Aye, he's great feet and off Fox for a big boy. Big lad, he's got great feet. See when he gets into tight positions, and he can get you sell at them really well, so he can.
I tell you what else he's got an arm, mate, that he's 6'2", and he helps us out defensively as well.
Aye, I mean I think he should have a free role in that position he's in, mate, because he instinctively gets back and challenges for the ball. It's no all to do with tactics with Joe. I think he's still learning the game, and I wouldn't take that instinctive nature by following him full of tactics, mate. Let him go and do his thing, because he's a good player. Reminds me of Ted McMahon. You don't know what he's going to do next.
Can I come in, Ox, here?
On you go, and then we'll go to George Logan.
I was just going to say that this is young Aribo there, an absolute outstanding player. Absolutely outstanding player. And he's taken all of, 3 months, 2 to 3 months to get his feet under the table here. He's played in European football. He's now playing in what could be this is the biggest game, certainly the biggest game in Rangers history coming up. This could make a break to a certain extent. But I'm not being funny when I say it. That boy, their manager said, what was his manager saying? You don't go to Scotland, you're not going to get nothing. Oh my God Almighty! Here he is playing a huge match, and we're into the next round of the Europa Cup. Aye, okay, pal. Well said, Mr. Manager. Well said indeed. I think he's a fabulous player.
Aye, he's improved quite quickly for us. George Logan.
Aye, you're bang on, Ox. He has improved. I think what you're all saying there, you're all making great points. For me, you think about the 11, I think a lot of us are probably round about the 11-12 mark who probably would be playing. But above that, 13, 14 guys who's got to come on after that, if it's Defoe or if it's whoever, Jordan Jones or whoever's got to come on and make a difference in the midfielder, up front. I think they're just as important. Like you say, if we get 65, 70 minutes out of Rebo or Kent, or even if it's Alfie, gives us 70 minutes his best, then we've got a good backup in Defoe or something to come on. That's why I think it's not just our 11 that's up for this game on Sunday. Also, it's the 13, 14 guys who can possibly win this full game for us. And actually, Marcher's right on there. A really good season, Ox.
All better than George for UK.
Aye, to my mind, on Sunday, if Kent plays, we play. It's as simple as that. And I'm not trying to put too much pressure on that boy, but if he plays, we play. If he just gets a bit between his teeth, we know he can do it. If he does that, we're in. We're definitely in, because they're terrified of him. They're terrified of wee Alfie as well, but they're terrified of Kent. They know they know all our players. He can do the damage. He can really rip them apart. So don't be surprised if he's going to get some rough treatment on Sunday, because I'm fully expecting it. I'm fully expecting it. But that boy, if he's on his game, he wasn't on his game when the cup final, unfortunately. It's just, to be honest, I don't think the boy truly understands what they're wanting me to do. I think he's struggling with the position he's supposed to be playing. I really don't know what he's supposed to be doing either, to be honest, because he seems to be cutting into traffic all the time. Wingers don't do that. No, I mean, they sort of run away then.
Inside so that Barisic goes outside, mate.
Aye, to make the space for Barisic. So we're sort of sacrificing his skill level to get Barisic the space. Now, that's great and dandy if you've got somebody in the box that Barisic can hit with the ball. But when you look in the box and there's one wee 3 feet centre forward in there, you're going, what's happening here? And he's putting in some quality balls, but there's not enough players in the box to justify sacrificing a player like Kent to give him space. And I just think we need to start hitting the box a lot more with players, the midfielders especially. They need to really start attacking the spaces in the boxes. And the opposite wing needs to come in as well. But anyway, apart from that, if Kent's on fire, we'll be on fire. Trust me.
George, UK.
Totally agree with you there. I swear to God, for midfield to start off, absolutely, starts the game the way he should do, man. I think we'll win the game easily. I really do. I think we'll stop them. I think we'll get Morelos will score, and we'll get 2 on goals with Bruin. And we got 3-0.
Oh, well, that'll do me, George. I'll settle for that.
What are we going to do the other 80 minutes?
Has anybody picked up that they think they've just got to turn up? Are you getting that feeling? Anybody else?
Aye, I've got that. Aye. Well, they definitely think they've got a point to prove because they're the carry over the cup final. They think, we won the cup final. No, you didn't. Colum won you the cup final. It's a Colum final. He won you the cup final. Let's get real and get honest about it. But they're raging. They're raging because we're getting all the plaudits for the cup final. Sorry, mate, carry on.
Sunday.
Who was it? Clancy?
Kevin Clancy on Sunday, aye.
Your mate?
They all look...
My mate.
They all look like they fell out of bratty me anyway, the whole lot of them.
My mate texted the day and said we won't finish the game with 11 men in the park. Well, I don't know.
Who said that?
My mate texted me this morning and said, Clancy on Sunday, there's no way we're finishing that game with 11 men in the park.
Are you surprised at the comment, Bridgeman? Are you surprised that Rudy's got a mate?
Merry Christmas to you, Oxtra.
And they what's in the restaurant?
I've got you up to be a star. That's Mrs. Rudy.
As you say, my favourite referee, Ox. You know, I've watched this guy for years. He's at it, in my opinion. There's some really bad referees in this league. We've saw them. You know, you've seen them in the last few games. Decisions by them, likes of Colum and guys like that. Clancy's a different kettle of fish completely, in my opinion. And I've thought it for years, and nobody will ever change my mind about him.
Well, just going to get there. Keep our discipline, JFK. Important like we did in the cup final. Play with our heads, not with our hearts, and hopefully we just get the rub of the blue and it gets in the goal for us.
Aye, I mean, there was a wee instant yesterday when I think it was Alan Power had a go at Alfredo, and 10 out of 10 for Alfredo. He just walked away, and that's what I want to see him do on Sunday. Yeah. Walk away and put the ball in the net. So discipline's is a big part of our game in Sunday, because we know what they're up to. You know, look at, I mean, we don't want to talk about them. I watched some of the things that what's the guy that used to be the referee in England? McDermott or something, can't remember. Dermot Gallagher. I watched it, the ref watch today, and he said that a couple of the things that the puddle drinkers got away with was disgusting. Well, that's not the word he used, but so we've got to be up for that, because Clancy is, I agree with you already, he's the worst referee ever. He's biased.
I don't think he's going to do us any favours, Jimmy, is he?
No, he's biased. We're not paranoid about it. I mean, we know he is, and we've seen it. So we've got to have strong discipline on the day, and win it fairly. No, because look, it doesn't matter what happens on Sunday. We win on Sunday. We'll never get the plaudits for it.
Do you know how we defeat Clancy on Sunday, Jimmy? We put the ball in the back of the net.
That's exactly what I was saying, really. Win the game, and that's it, but nah, it's a poor decision to give that referee, but hey ho, we know why they do it. We know why they do it.
Are you shocked
that he's a referee?
Aye.
No, of course we're not. Nainies are shocked.
No.
Can I ask you a quick question, Jimmy?
Yes, mate.
Why did they get an extra game before this game?
TV.
But the Friday night game.
Aye.
Rangers lost the game.
I'm thinking to myself, is this manufactured this? Because they were talking about 8 points 4 weeks ago. No, I mean, we were 8 points clear of getting into the new year, and I'm saying, what are they going on about?
No, Bridge, there was a statement read out on Radio Scotland, and what it was is that Rangers offered to play, because Rangers have been playing Thursday, Sunday.
That's correct.
And Rangers said that they would play the game that was to be rescheduled on the Thursday. But the TV people wanted the game on the Friday night.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Rangers lost it.
Well, it's look, at the end of the day, the club's vote on it, Bridgeman. So we got to go with that. So if people think there's a bit of underhand things done, Rangers did go and offer. They were willing to play on the Thursday as they play Thursday, Sunday, but the TV company wanted the game on they wanted that as a big game on the Friday night, and that's why we couldn't play on the Sunday.
Yeah, they weren't going to change it. They weren't going
to change it. Rangers were willing to play on the Thursday, but they didn't want to tell a game on the Thursday. They wanted
that's
a big
why
Friday
they've been
night
shouting
game.
and balling, isn't it? That they could easily be 8 points.
Yeah,
here.
of course.
They're still saying it now. Saying it now.
Look, this is how big the game is, guys. They win, they're 8 points ahead. We win, we're 2 points behind. Right? We're a game in hand. That's how big this game is. This is a cup final for us on Sunday.
Yeah.
Look at 17. Oh.
When they say, but Jimmy, when they say they're 8 points ahead, they never mention the fact that Rangers have got a game in hand.
No,
I know
that.
They're going to be 8 points ahead.
But take the game in hand. Think about it. Right? They win, they're 8 points ahead. We win, we're only 2 points behind.
That's
so with the game in hand.
With
the game in hand, we could, if we win it, we go top of the league.
Ross County.
Exactly.
So what we've got to remember, the game in hand doesn't mean anything as it stands just now. We need to go there on Sunday and win the game, and take all the equations out of it. Go out and win the game on Sunday, whether it's a Bridgeman 1-0 or a 3 or 4-0 mollification. We need to just go.
All right, just keep it. We've got to briefly get around the panel and briefly gauge how it's gone. Albert, on Sunday, how's it going?
2-1 Rangers.
George.
3-0 Rangers.
Bridgeman.
1-0 for me. Rangers.
Never seen that coming. Fox.
2-1 Rangers.
George Logan.
I'll take a Bridgeman all day.
JFK.
1-0.
Rudy Bear.
2-1 Rangers.
All right, okay.
Who are you?
I'll take a Bridge.
Bridge, throw that man a rolling chips.
I'll take a Bridge, but I'll take anything, mate. Anything.
Can I ask a quick question before
we get offside goal locks, Jerry?
We've reached that time in the evening, so it's over to Bridge. And
what can I say?
Did you have something to come in with quickly? Make it quick.
Would you all take a draw?
Rather a defeat, aye.
Aye.
Okay, yes, I was going to ask a draw. Would you take a draw?
It's not a disaster for us, a draw.
That's it.
Ask me after the game.
No.
Ask me after it. Can I just say, another great night. Well done, Oxford. Really marvellous. Well done to everybody take part. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particular Rangers fans on here, on Rangers Radio, massive, massive game coming up, as we know. 2 sleeps and we're there. I'm really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to it. Come on, everybody, keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers really need us. Keep it going.
Here. Thanks, everybody. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. 3 points yesterday, hopefully 3 points on Sunday. This has been Rangers Radio. Thanks, everybody, for listening, everybody for joining in. We'll be back at 11:30 on Sunday, Fox. So just be a scratcher with a pre-match show. Take it away, old school boy.
I sailed the wild Atlantic, crossed the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes and heard the 40s roar. I flying the Indian Ocean, I sailed the China Sea, but never see back home in Scotland more than all the rest of me.